This is the Evil Never Dies podcast with Brett and Carl. This podcast may contain adult themes, violence, and strong language. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome back to the Evil Never Dies podcast. I'm Brett, here with my lovely co-host, Carl. What's going on, Carl?
We haven't done an actual show in like 2 months, I don't think.
I know, dude. We're back.
We did that terrible live show that was awful. Terribly awful.
I know.
The Great Gazoo saved the show.
Yeah, you did. Oh.
Jimbo was like, I was going to come on, but y'all left. I'm like, well, we didn't have anything to say.
Well, we were on an hour and a half almost. That was pretty long, so.
I don't want to do an evil talk for a long time.
Used to be, that's all we wanted to do. Let's do another evil talk.
Yeah. That wasn't a very good show.
Yeah, we're back.
Why does your Leatherface have no chainsaw behind you?
Because he only costs $20. That's what you get for $20. You get you get a Leatherface with no chainsaw.
Well, what about the Charlie doll sitting in the chair?
Can you see him?
I can see him great.
Yeah, that was awesome, man. We got a good deal on them. We've been looking for one of them forever.
Yeah, we got two of them. We both got one out of the deal.
Yep.
Mine has shoes, though.
Yours has shoes. Mine ain't got no shoes.
And a spectacle.
Yeah, yours has got the monocle, too.
Monocle. I call it a spectacle. Yeah, I can't get it to stay in his eye real good. I need to put like a little bit of, maybe a inkling of school glue, whatever, Elmer's glue, so it'll stay on there. Just the inkling.
Just an inkling?
Yeah, it just barely doesn't fit him right.
Gotcha.
So I think a little bit of glue, he'll be good to go. And I've got PP's got a new outfit on the way so he can match his friend Charlie.
Oh yeah, did you buy him a suit?
Yeah, he's getting a tuxedo.
Pepe's getting a suit.
And a hat. Maybe he won't look as creepy with a hat on him.
Well, he had the elf hat, didn't he?
I lost that somewhere along the line.
Huh.
No, that wasn't an elf hat. That was his Christmas hat. He came bald.
Gotcha. So
yeah, that's enough about our new.
I've been looking for a chainsaw for him. I'm gonna have to rig it on there somehow. You can buy them on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're like $10 for one, but I don't know how big they are. They say 3 inches. I don't know. I don't know if 3 inches would be big enough or not.
Looks like about 4.
I don't want him to have a dinky chainsaw.
But he looks cool if he had him a chainsaw, and I like the Charlie dolls. They're
cool. Charlie, Skinny, and the Beav.
You can't see the beaver, dude. You need to hang him from the ceiling.
I don't know where I would hang him from, man.
Right above I don't fucking know. Look, I also got my Ozzy.
Somebody might turn us into PETA for having a
dead beaver,
unhung beaver.
But look, there's Ozzy's mugshot too from St. Louis.
Oh yeah, cool. About time you found a place for that.
It's just barely hanging. I think if I move it, it might fall. But it looks good there.
But anyway, we're back. Carl was sick last week, and I've been dealing with a damn kidney stone for like the past 3 weeks. That I still haven't passed, but thank God for what do you call it? Flomax.
Yeah.
I got like jugs full of that shit. But yeah, it was sort of weird. It wasn't the way I was feeling, it wasn't acting like a kidney stone other than the piss and blood. So
yeah.
But anyway,
Isn't that a song?
Piss and Blood,
Yeah.
Piss and Razors,
I don't know. There's a song called that.
and what do you call it? Cannibal Corpse has a song, I Come Blood.
Oh my God. Hopefully you haven't done that.
How do you know I haven't?
Let's change the subject before this gets awful.
Oh,
This
change.
week, yeah, we're changing the subject. This week, we were originally going to do Westworld like a month ago, and we're going to do that soon, but we switched it around. We are doing the original Salem's Lot. That's right. 1979, I believe.
1979. Yes, it is.
It was a mini series on CBS, I think.
Yep.
And then it was recut later as a actual full-length movie and shown, I guess, just in Europe. I don't know if they showed it in the US or not.
I don't think they did. I don't think they did.
But apparently my entire life, all I've ever seen is the mini series. And for the first time ever, I actually watched the movie version of it. So definitely a different animal altogether. It's like almost two different products. It's based on a Stephen King novel, and I think it was like the second or third movie they made after Carrie. Stephen King.
I think it was the second because after this was The Shining, I think, in
Might be
80.
right. Yeah.
So we haven't done that either.
I know that we've been keep saying we're going to save it for a special occasion. I don't know what that occasion is.
I don't know. Maybe our 300th episode, we got like 30 more episodes
Oh, we're
before
supposed to
then.
do Halloween,
Yeah, we
the
are.
original.
Yeah, we still haven't done that. And that was originally going to be the first thing we ever did.
I know.
But almost
So
6 years later, still haven't
The
done it.
Shining will be soon. Halloween will be soon, but tonight it is Salem's Lot,
All right, Salem's
also
Lot.
known
Like,
as Jerusalem's Lot.
yeah, that's the actual original name of the town.
Yes.
All right, like you said, it was based on Stephen King's novel, The Salem's Lot. Screenplay by Paul Manesh, directed by Toby Hooper.
Hey, I know him. Talking about
Music,
Leatherface.
yeah, music by Harry Suckman.
Suckman.
Suckman or Sukman, Sukman. Sounds like
Well,
Suckman to me.
it's a good soundtrack.
Yes, it is. Very
I
good
actually
score.
got it on Apple Music.
Country of origin, United States, English language. This was a miniseries with 2 episodes. Did it a week apart. They made everybody wait a whole week
Oh, that sucks.
to do it. Executive producer Sterling Silliphant. Producer Richard Kobritz. Production locations were in Ferndale, California, and the Warner Brothers Studios, Burbank. Cinematography by Jules Brenner. Edited by Carol Sachs. Has a running time of 191 minutes, which is 3 hours and 3 minutes, I think, is what it is on the Blu-ray.
It is very long to sit through.
Maybe that's why they split it up too, so it wouldn't be as long, you know.
I don't know.
Production company Warner Brothers Television had a budget of $4 million back in 1979. Like you said, it was released on CBS. The dates were November 17th, and the week later was November 24th, 1979. And this did spawn a couple of sequel type things, The Return of Salem's Lot, and then they did was it a TV series?
I think it was something like that. I got the Blu-ray over there.
Salem's Lot Chapel Wait.
The one with Rob Lowe.
and then they remade it back in 2024, which actually I watched that. It was actually pretty damn good. Have you seen it?
I have not seen it. Don't even know where it lives. I think it might be an
It's on,
HBO thing.
I think so. Yeah,
No, I don't even remember that coming out or being made, honestly.
I think it was direct to streaming.
Well, I think it was a COVID thing. I think it was supposed to come out during COVID and it got lost in the shuffle. And then they just finally just threw it out there because a lot of movies during that time just got lost. And I think it's one of them.
Gotcha.
If it would have came out normally, it might have done really well.
Gotcha.
Yeah. What are you doing over there?
I'm gonna pull up the cast here.
Oh, you look like you was about to puke.
No, not today. All right, going over the cast.
You
First
do the
off,
cast. I'm gonna watch the Rangers for 5 seconds.
5 seconds. Well, this is a long cast, so
Good.
first off, we got David Soul as Ben Mears. You might remember David Soul as Hutch from Starsky and Hutch.
That's where he's from. Yeah.
Yep,
I knew he looked familiar.
yep, that's David Soul.
Well,
And
shit.
he had a short musical career too. He was a singer.
Money in the band Soul Survivor.
Next off, we got James Mason as Richard Straker. He played a good part in this, man. Creepy as shit.
Yeah, he was really good.
Lance Kerwin as Mark Petrie. Lance Kerwin, he was like a big teen heartthrob, like back in the 70s, dude. He was like on all the teeny bop magazines and all that. Bonnie Bedelia as Susan Norton. Lou Ayres as Jason Burke. Ed Flanders as Bill Norton. Fred Willard as Larry Crockett.
I know him.
He's like usually he's like a comedian.
That's what I was thinking.
Julie Cobb as Bonnie Sawyer. Kenneth McMillan as Constable Parkins Gillespie. Jeffrey Lewis as Mike Ryerson. He did a good part in this too. What was he in? He was like in Any Which Way But Loose with Clint Eastwood.
And the monkey.
In the Monkey.
Orangutan.
Barney McFadden as Ned Tebbets. Marie Windsor as Ava Miller. Bonnie Bartlett as Ann Norton. George Dunsda as Cully Sawyer. Alicia Cook as Gordon Weasel Phillips. Clarissa Kay as Marjorie Click. There's a lot of Neds in this. Ned Wilson as Henry Glick. Barbara Babcock as June Petrie. Josh Bryant as Ted Petrie. Them were Lance Kerwin's parents in the movie.
Okay.
James Gallery as Father Callahan. Reggie Nalder as Kurt Barlow. Brad Savage as Danny Glick. And Ronnie Schreiber as Ralphie Glick. Them are the
two brothers.
Two brothers in the movie. We'll get into them.
Yeah, that was creepy stuff with them brothers.
So that is the cast for
Salem's Lot.
Salem's Lot.
Brett forgot.
I forgot to scroll up there.
So the plot of this is David Soul, I don't know what his name in the show is. What is it? Ben.
Let me scroll back down here.
His name is Ben.
Ben,
So
yeah, Ben Mears.
He's a writer, and I guess he's from Salem's Lot. So he goes back after being gone for 25 years and is going to write a novel about the house, the haunted house, I guess you'll call it. It's an old mansion that had a pretty bad reputation in the city. And it sort of haunted him since he was a child. So he's going to come back and write a book about that novel, apparently, which is sort of weird. He comes across some good stuff to write about, I guess. So the Salem's Lot has changed since he came home. There's an antique store about to open, and that's where what's his name? The creepy guy. He was the ran the was going he was like the assistant to the you know
Richard
what.
Straker. We'll
There
just
you
call
go.
him
I couldn't think of it.
Straker. Yeah.
Yeah, I could not think of his name. And Mr. Barlow is his unseen partner who's going to be coming to Salem's Lot at some point. And they're going to live in that Marston house, I think it's called. Well, a bunch of deaths and disappearances start to occur, and people believe that a vampire is loose feeding on the damn town of Salem's Lot. A vampire, freaks. Who looks like, guess what? Right there. He looks like the Blue Demon. The real Blue Demon, not the fake mask that fell apart.
Yeah, they definitely went for the Nosferatu look.
But he was blue.
Yeah, he was blue.
People underestimate the color blue when it comes to scary shit. Blue demons, blue vampires. It's a good color. So that's the plot of Salem's Lot without giving anything else away. The movie is long and there's a lot of stuff in it. And I will add, there's a lot of I'd almost call it soap opera drama throughout the presentation, which I found to be a little on the odd side. But,
Yep, it was the 70s.
it was the
So
70s.
end of the 70s. But yeah.
What we got next?
Oh, I guess we can go over the media.
Boy, can I go over this media right
Yeah,
here?
go over it.
This is the Arrow box set that came out along with Westworld, and there was a third one, and I can't remember what the third one was. And I ordered, I think it was buy two and get one free. Cost a bit, but these are some good 4Ks. So it comes with the slip case. Look at that. That guy's purple, but he should be blue. But there's your good view of what the you know what looks like. Then we open up, and this is this nice box. And look at all this stuff that comes with it. Yeah. We get a book. And look, there's one of the brothers right there. Isn't that a good picture?
Yeah, it is.
And there's our people right here.
Yep.
So the book goes into a little bit of detail. It's mostly just talking about Stephen King, and there's good pictures in it. Almost every page has a good scene from the movie. So it's a really cool book. But behind it all is this 4K Blu-ray, which came with both the TV miniseries and the actual theatrical version of the movie, which I don't know that's ever been released before. I
I
also
don't
give you
think so.
look at this in the sticker, Salem's Lot.
Oh, cool.
And to really top this thing off, the poster. Look at that. Full poster. And in the back, look at that. Pretty cool stuff.
Ooh.
So this is definitely a Arrow hit right here. Now the picture, I was disappointed in the picture on both presentations. I don't know if it's just because it was a 70s TV made movie, but it
That's
was
what I'm probably thinking. Yeah.
very grainy throughout. Even though this is a 4K, it's very grainy, especially when in dark scenes. So I don't know. Let me see if they say that they say this is a 4K restoration of the original um, miniseries. They don't say where it comes from, and the shorter theatrical version.
Hmm.
So they say it's yeah, I don't know that they restored anything. It looks like they just took it from the source and
From the
spit it out
original
as is.
source.
But it doesn't look that great on the 4K, but it looks in the light, it looks good. It's just one of these where in the dark it just starts to grain out real bad.
Gotcha.
But no real complaints about it. I mean, that's probably what it looked like when it was first made. So I'm not going to knock it for that. It's hard for me to rate sound right now because I don't have my speakers, my external speakers going. I'm just listening to the TV sound, so it's hard for me to judge sounds right now, but it sounded good from what I could tell. It sounded very clear and crisp.
Well, I
So
just got the Blu-ray.
you did, yeah.
it
What's it look like?
it looked good. I was really surprised. It looked
Did you
pretty
notice the
decent.
grain though?
A little bit, like you said, when in the darker scenes,
And I'm
but
sure having this fancy 4K TV I got now, you see more of that than you would, on a if it had been my
regular,
old Vizio.
yeah, yeah. You're picking up every little detail on
I
that.
am, and but
Because I got one of the older 4K TVs, but I don't. The only thing I can watch in 4K is what's streaming. I don't have no 4K discs, so
yeah, you need a 4K player, and the 4K Blu-rays are expensive though. They've become a niche product as we've talked about before on the show. And yeah, this was a good deal getting three for two, the price of two. It's
yeah.
still about
Bought
I
mine off
think
Amazon. I think it was $8, 7.99, which is
I think this bad
pretty
boy
good
goes
deal.
for $40. So yeah, again, it's become a collector's market, but I don't
Yep.
have any regrets this or Westworld. They're both great. So Warner Brothers putting out some good stuff with Arrow.
What was the third one you bought?
I can't remember. I don't know.
Gotcha.
I think it was Salem's Lot and Westworld that I was after. So I don't remember what the third one was. I want to think it was Excalibur or something.
But yeah, I give the Blu-ray, I give it a 4.
Yeah, I'll give this thing a 4.5 just because of that grain, but I don't want to complain about it. It's Arrow is absolutely the kings now. They just put out the best products there is.
Yeah, and they keep getting the rights for more stuff too.
Yeah, and if this Paramount merger with Warner Brothers comes through, then we'll continue to get some good Warner Brothers products, I'm sure, on 4K disc. Netflix had a guided, I think that would have been the death knell for any old Warner movies. So I don't really care who gets what. I just don't want to see the physical media or the movie theaters go away. So that's why I'm sort of pro Paramount on this thing.
Yeah,
Strictly for those two reasons.
gotcha. All right. So I guess we'll go over trivia now.
Let's do it.
All right. The exterior for the Marston house was
Marston,
actually a
yes.
full-scale facade built upon a smaller pre-existing hilltop house. The total of the facade cost the production an estimated $100,000 to build. And in 1979, an entire house, including the interiors, could have been built for that amount.
Yeah, they spent some money on that.
Yeah, they did.
It looks good.
George A. Romero was originally approached to direct a feature film version, but after the announcements of John Bottom's Dracula from 1979 and Werner Herzog's Nosferatu the Vampire from 1979, Warner Brothers decided to turn Salem's Lot into a TV miniseries where Romero dropped out, feeling he wouldn't be able to make the film the way he wanted to with the restrictions of network television.
I think
And
that's probably true.
yeah, but I
Although
think if
Toby Hooper goes in and does it just fine.
yeah, but what do
But
you think? What do you think, George? How George, if they would have just made it a movie, how do you think
it
it
would have
would have?
been good.
I think so too.
But Toby Hooper, everybody forgets that the original Chainsaw was a really goreless, bloodless movie. So
Exactly. Yeah.
people imagine things. So that Toby Hooper did a great job. I don't know of anybody else that could have for doing the miniseries. He was perfect, perfect pick.
I found out something the other day about that. I guess they did psilocybin the whole time they were making the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So basically, they were tripping a lot of the time when they made that movie.
I think I remember hearing that as well.
Uh,
Who was it that read the intro?
David Larroquette
Yeah.
from Night Court.
They gave him marijuana to do it, he said. And then I think he came back and did it for Chainsaw 2, and they asked him, "Did you get pot?" He's like, "No."
Oh shit. All right. Although this adaptation differs dramatically in a lot of different areas from the novel, notably the depiction of Chief Vampire Kurt Barlow. Stephen King approved of it though. So
Unlike The Shining.
yeah. James Mason jumped at the chance of playing a servant of evil. Loving the script, this was fortunate as he was producer Rich Corbett's first choice for the role of Mr. Straker. And
Perfect pick.
he did a great job. Stephen King was inspired to write the book when he had his English class, when his English class read Dracula and became curious about what would happen if vampires came to America, especially in a small town. In an interview with director Tobehooper, he said that makeup work on Reggie Nalder had to be constantly touched up as it would crack and fall off while the actor was performing for the camera. Hooper said that the film's finale with Barlow in his coffin required numerous takes to keep the makeup work intact during shooting.
It was
So,
sort of weird makeup.
yeah, it was like a clay, like almost
Yeah, I mean, he had these weird fangs, and I don't know that I particularly think he was the best looking vampire, but it was unique. I want to see this remake from 20 whatever year, 2020 whatever. See
2024.
how did the vampire look in that?
I can't tell you right off the. I only watched that one time,
Gotcha.
and
But
it's
yeah,
been
it's a weird looking vampire, but he definitely is a Nosferatu inspired and blue like the blue demon.
all right. The scenes of the child vampires floating outside of their victims' windows was partly filmed in reverse to give it
I
more of an
remember
eerie
that.
effect. Additionally, the actors performed on boom crane rather than being suspended on wires. Toby Hooper decided that this at first as a cost saving measure, but when filming the shot where the child flies through the window, Hooper realized he couldn't have pulled that off with wires anyhow. So there you go. And that's the
Is
two
that not one of the
brothers.
creepiest scenes ever? And it was on
I
freaking TV
know.
in the 70s?
Yep. Yes, it was. It was
Just
very
weird,
creepy.
man. I
Yep.
mean, obviously, I didn't see it when I was a kid, so I don't.
Yes, it was very creepy. Clarissa Kane Mason, who played Marjorie Glick, was a real life wife of James Mason, who played Richard Straker. She was
Really?
yeah, she was the boarding house, the one that run the boarding
Yeah,
house.
the older lady. Yeah. Look at that. I'm even drinking out of my vampire cup tonight.
We already mentioned this. This was the first television miniseries and the second film to be based on Stephen King's writings. Reggie Nalder, who plays the master vampire Kurt Barlow, has less than 90 seconds of screen time in the full 3 hour miniseries.
Yeah, he's not on very long.
And he was less than impressed with this, he said.
I agree. I don't think they showed him enough.
No. After the miniseries aired on CBS with excellent ratings, there was talk of continuing it as a regular television series. The idea of making Salem's Lot a TV show never materialized, though, until later, I guess. What the one with what's his name in it?
Yeah.
Was that a
Buffalo.
series? I don't know if that was a series or if it
I
was just
almost
a
want to run over there and go find the DVD and see. I guess we could look it up on the internet, but I'm too lazy.
too lazy with it right there.
It's not a very good show, honestly. It's not good at all.
All right.
It's sort of been buried and lost anyway.
Yeah, you can't buy it nowhere. I know that.
I got it.
I
Yeah,
don't think
exactly.
it's That
It's
that
not for
that
sale
that, that
anymore.
doesn't amaze me at all.
No,
Uh, yeah, it's not on streaming either anywhere. I
no,
couldn't
it's
find it.
sort of it sucked. It wasn't. It just. I'm nothing against Rob Lowe, but yeah, that tells you enough right there.
The original novel established many motives for Stephen King would use in his subsequent novels. It takes place in a small town in Maine, and many later stories took place in the small towns of Derry and Castle Rock. Features a much larger cast of characters than Carrie 1976 did, and most of his later books had a large cast. The main character, Ben Mears, is a professional writer, and another major character, Matt Burke, is a school teacher. Many of his subsequent characters were either or both. King himself also held both jobs. The original intent was for Warner Brothers to turn Stephen King's 400-page bestseller into a feature film. Sterling Silliphant, Robert Ketchel, and Larry Cohen all at had a go at distilling the material down to 2 hours length, but none of these were deemed to capture the essence of the novel. Eventually, the project was handed over to Warner Brothers Television, where producer Richard Coberts felt it would be better as a miniseries. In an interview with Fangoria magazine, Reggie Nalder said he was somewhat disappointed by the film because some additional scenes that included his vampire were totally cut out. He was pissed off about the whole thing.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I think they didn't use the vampire enough either. Myself,
Exactly.
they had too much Peyton place
Well,
going on.
they would show shadows and all
Yeah,
that, but
which made it creepy. You know, when you don't show a character, it makes it creepy when you do see it. But
they
it was just an odd, unusual looking vampire at that. So maybe, he did that makeup did not look very realistic, honestly.
yeah, they definitely went for the Nosferatu thing. You can just tell by the way the vampire was looked, and like I said, the shadow work. There was a lot of that
Yeah,
same kind of shadow work in the original movie.
yeah,
So
that
yeah.
that's true.
All right. The title of the novel Salem's Lot includes an apostrophe in front of the word Salem because the title is supposed to be short for Jerusalem's Lot. Oh, I got you. The actual name of the town where the story is set. To avoid
Yes.
confusion, the miniseries adaptation of the town is mostly referred to as Salem's Lot, and the first
Thought this
apostrophe was dropped from the film's title. Gotcha. I get it now. I get it now.
I love the logo though, the way that's written. It almost looks like a band logo. Salem's Lot, that would have been a cool band. I'm sure there is one.
Probably.
No, I'm sure there is. They probably suck, whoever they are.
Stephen King had Ben Gazzara in mind when he wrote the character of Ben Mears. He also said that he based the description of Richard Straker in his novel on Donald Pleasance.
That's interesting.
Do you think Donald Pleasance would have been a good Straker?
No, I don't.
Yeah, I don't think he would have either. He always plays a good villain, but I don't think that.
No, I don't think that would have been a good combination.
Miniseries was filmed with several alternative scenes done with the intention of producing a shorter cut that would play in European cinemas. So evidently
And
that's
it
what they
did.
did.
Yeah.
The picture of the mission said to be in Guatemala is actually San Xavier Mission in Tucson, Arizona. That was another thing that was weird about it, that it started with them there.
It was weird. Hold on, I'm gonna go find that other movie, so keep talking.
All right.
Curiosity.
Producer Richard Kobritz decided to select Tobe Hooper for the director's chair after catching a screening of Hooper's Texas Chainsaw Massacre 1974. So evidently, Richard Kobritz liked Texas Chainsaw. The last production that composer Harry Suckman worked on before his death in 1984. The score was nominated for an Emmy, which very well deserved to be nominated for an Emmy. For the theatrical release, a few scenes from the miniseries were reshot to make the film version more gory.
That's interesting.
And the theatrical version was re-released in Spain with the title Phantasma 2.
Yeah, that's what's on my poster in this, the back. It's the
And they're
Spanish.
saying it was supposed to be a sequel to Phantasm from 1979, even though the two movies have nothing in common.
I think it'd been a good sequel to Phantasm.
Oh. In October 2013, Entrada Records released a 2 CD set of the complete film score with alternate cues for edited version of the film, which were recorded for said edit in stereo, marking the world premiere release of the score. That would be cool to have. I bet you can't find that nowhere.
No, but that's what's on the Apple Music version. It's the same thing because there's alternate versions.
Gotcha. Psycho from 1960 writer Robert Bloch was originally supposed to perform scripting duties. Might have been way more creepier. Though Salem's Lot was only Stephen King's second published novel, it has connections to his Dark Tower series. Like many of his subsequent novels, in this case, the character of Father Donald Callahan appears in the later books of the series. The 110-minute movie version of the miniseries has been mostly disparaged in recent years, though it was preferred by some people, including Stephen King himself. Arrow's 4K set includes it in its first home video release since VHS.
Okay, that's why I never saw it before. Makes sense.
Gotcha.
So yeah, Arrow, thank you. I don't care if I had to pay $40. It was worth
That
it.
might be why it's grainy too, if they're going off of VHS.
Yeah.
So, oh, the studio interiors for the Marston house cost the production 70 grand to construct. That was some creepy shit, man. The miniseries ends in the small town of Zimico, Guatemala, which is actually not a real town. It doesn't exist. So it started the same way. It ended the same way it started.
Sort of like Phantasm, I guess.
Actors Alicia Cook Jr. and Marie Windsor were cast as husband and wife in the Salem's Lot as a reference to the 1956 film The Killing, where they also played husband and wife. Larry Cohen wrote the first draft of the movie script, but producer Richard Kobritz said Cohen's script was really lousy and chose Paul Monash to write the screenplay. Cohen attempted an appeal to get some writing credit on the film, but he was rejected screen credit. Let's see here. Bonnie Bedelia, who plays Susan Norton, also starred in Needful Things from 1993, which was also based on a novel by Stephen King.
And I love that movie.
In both films, Bedelia is the female lead who enters a relationship with each story's hero. Both films are also centered around a debonair villain who arrives in their small town under the guise of an aging antique seller.
I was gonna say that's an antique shop too, and so Needful Things.
And
The only Stephen King movie I need is Thinner. I don't have that.
You don't have Thinner?
I don't have Thinner.
That's a strange one
It
too.
is.
Uh, the front of the font of the film's credits was inspired by a similar font of West Side Story from 1961, while the credit transitions were influenced by James S. Pollock's opening credits for The Birds.
I love the font.
The album cover of Swedish band Ghost's first album, Opus Eponymous, was inspired by the movie poster.
I remember that.
Julie Cobb, who was cast as Duplicitous's housewife, Bonnie Sawyer, in this adaptation of Stephen King's novel, was married from 1986 to 2005 to actor James Cromwell, who was cast as Father Callahan in the 2004 miniseries.
Which we're about to talk about.
We'll talk about it and then I'll get back into the.
Okay, so where did it go? This is the other miniseries, which had Rob Lowe as a star, and I did not remember that Donald Sutherland played the antique guy, whatever his name is.
Oh, Straker.
Straker, yep. So yeah, I don't think you can find this very much, but what it was, this was a two part miniseries that was played on the TNT, the Turner Network. So it was done for basic cable, so you can't expect a lot, but it's there. If you can find it, I may watch this thing here again soon just to.
I remember seeing it, I think, but Rob Lowe was awful pretty in it.
Yeah, look, you can see him right there. Look how pretty he looks.
He's still pretty.
I don't know why his career just sort of become a TV guy. He was a big star in the 80s.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was originally aired in June 20th and 21st in 2004. Rob Lowe starred as Ben Mears. It was 3 hours long, and it says you can watch it on Amazon Prime. So there you go.
Must have to rent it.
Some Stephen Kings appreciate it for it as a faithful adaptation. Others criticize it for being unevenly paced and visual effects that look very dated. So that's the breakdown on the 2004 miniseries of Salem's Lot. I'm sure we'll never do a review of it, so I wanted to give it a little bit of a shout out because it's out there, including the return of Salem's Lot, which I don't remember anything about that one. I think it was a made for video movie.
Gotcha.
So we're not going to get into that one. Nobody likes that. I've heard people say they like this Rob Lowe series. It doesn't get completely crapped on, but The Return to Salem's Lot, it's not a very popular movie. It is on Blu-ray if you want it. And
Wasn't
I think
that was in the 90s though, wasn't it?
Yeah, something like that. And I think it wasn't even a direct sequel. It was just sort of its own thing.
All right, back to trivia. Some of the foreign titles chosen for the film's theatrical release overseas included Bloodthirst, like we said already, Phantasma 2.
I like that one. Phantasma 2.
Le Notte di Salem, Italian for the Knights of Salem.
That's kind of cool too.
This was the second vampire-themed TV production for David Soul. The first was a season 2 episode of Starsky and Hutch, 1975, entitled The Vampire, which aired in 1976. It dealt with a psychopath who drained the blood of his victims in an attempt to resurrect his dead wife.
Yeah, all them 70 shows had a vampire on them at least once, I think.
Yeah. Oh, let's see here. The real name of the town in the book is Jerusalem's Lot. Both it and Sidewinder from Shining are name checked in another Stephen King novel, Dr. Sleep. And have you seen that?
I love Doctor Sleep.
It's almost it's 3.5 hours
Yeah,
long.
it's worth it
I
though,
finally
man.
sat down and watched the whole thing. The first time I tried watching it, I fell asleep about halfway
It's
through.
a good movie, man.
Yeah, it is. It's really good. I think we need to put that on the list.
It's a sequel to the novel and the movie. They wrote it that way.
Before the
So,
filming began, it had eventually been decided to focus more on the characters and drama rather than violence and foul language. That must have been before they were going to definitely put it on TV. Ronnie Scribner is only 7.5 months younger than Brad Savage, who plays his older brother, the flying window freaks. Let me in. Let me in. That was creepy shit, dude.
it was creepy shit, especially for TV in the 70s.
Yeah.
That's creepy, dude.
I still hear people talking about saying they have nightmares about that shit,
Yeah, that's one of the scarier moments I think you're gonna find right there.
especially for TV.
Look how cool the blue demon mask is looking back here tonight. I think it's radiating off of that blue vampire from the Salem's Lot. I love that old mask.
All right. Producer John Callis had wanted Peter Weir to direct this movie.
I don't know who that is.
I don't either. Let's see here. We already talked about that. Talked about that. The map of Salem's Lot in Crockett's real estate office resembles the city of New Orleans. That's sort of cool. Ed Flanders, Dr. Bill Norton, and Bonnie Bartlett previously played another married couple. We already talk about that? No,
Yeah.
this is a different movie.
No, I thought
Uh,
you were talking about it.
they played Hosea and Sylvia Knowlton in The Legend of Lizzie Borden from 1975. I think that was a TV movie too.
Never heard of him. I mean, I know what it is, but I've never heard of that particular version.
Didn't Elizabeth Montgomery play Lizzie
Dude,
Borden?
I have no clue. Never heard of it. I know Christina Ricci played in a version that came out in the
Yeah.
last 10 years.
Richard Straker drives a 1964 Cadillac Eldorado four-door sedan. That's a cool Cadillac, man. Slick black Cadillac. While the beginning and the end of Salem's Lot took place in Mexico in the miniseries, the beginning and end take place in fictional town of Zimico in Guatemala. Zimico is almost an anagram of Mexico. Town sign featured in the film indicates the population of Salem's Lot is 2013.
Yes, that's what my little sticker says too.
The Jeep that Ben drives in the film is a Jeep CJ model Jeep.
Nobody cares about his Jeep.
It was a cool Jeep, man.
No, it
Them were
wasn't.
big in the 70s, dude.
That was a goofy looking Jeep.
Everybody wanted a Jeep CJ back then.
Not me.
In this version from 1979, Ben Mears drives, talked about that. The yellow
I think
Jeep.
about kicked
The
everybody.
2004, Susan Norton drives a yellow Jeep. Jonathan Davis, lead singer of the band Korn, has mentioned that this is one of his favorite horror movies. Let's see here. This miniseries features 5 actors that appeared in Star Trek 1966. David Soul played in the Apple 1967. Alicia Cook Jr., Court Martial 1967. Julie Cobb by Any Other Name 1968. Barbara Babcock, 6 episodes as an actress and a voice actress. And Reggie Nalder, Journey to Babel from 1967.
You actually said it right. I'm surprised, but I think if you're getting into Star Trek trivia, that's enough trivia for the night. But you actually said Babel correct. I'm surprised. Don't tell
Uh,
me you're a secret Trekkie over there.
I'm a secret Trekkie. I used to watch it when I was a kid. I'm not no
Yeah,
big fanboy of it or nothing.
gotcha.
Let's see
Do
here.
you have anything else relevant? Because we're getting along here.
That's about it.
The Star Trek was enough.
The
And I
Star
love
Trek.
Star Trek, don't get me wrong, but yeah.
All right. Well, that's all I got for trivia then, since you fucking cut me off.
I cut you off. That was enough.
All
I was
right.
trying to get your attention. I should have said Michael Myers, I guess.
Michael Myers.
Well,
All right. You going first?
you can go first.
All
It was
right.
I picked it, I guess, since I bought the movie. Just mainly bought this box just for the show. So I'll let you go first. I want to see your opinion of it.
I really want to see the movie version of this. You got to let me.
It's
If
a
I,
4K.
yeah, I know you can't.
There's not a Blu-ray of it, dude. It's just a
Ah,
4K.
but I really want to. Maybe I'll come down and park my fat ass on your couch and we'll watch it. But I want to see the difference in it for sure. Because when this came out, I was 12 when this came out.
I bet you watched it live.
Oh yeah, I did. Didn't have no replays on that shit back in the day, man. Couldn't pause it and go take a piss. You had to wait for the commercial break. But anyway, I have to admit it. I'm pretty sure that it did give me nightmares back then for sure. Um, everything was awesome in this movie. There were some slow spots in it, but
There's a lot of slow spots in it, unfortunately.
that's why I'm sort of curious to see if the movie if they must have took all that stuff out.
They didn't
Uh,
take a lot of it out.
okay, but
The parts that I wish they had of, they didn't.
everybody did a
I'm
great
gonna throw
job.
one out there. The affair the one guy was having with the realtor, the lady, and the
Hmm.
guy shows up with a shotgun. That was just stupid. But
Yeah,
it's in the theatrical version too, and it adds nothing.
that was more comedic than
But it
anything.
adds nothing to the story whatsoever. It should have been cut out.
Yeah, I've never read the book, so I don't know if that was in the book or not.
I don't know, but all that's what always made me as a kid not like Salem's Lot, all that silliness. Not like it as far as a freaking teenager. It was hard for me to watch it and enjoy, getting to the scary parts through all the bullshit.
Yeah, gotcha. But anyway, uh, everybody did a great job acting. Played their parts very well. Toby Hooper did a great job directing this. Uh, Special effects with especially with the vampire character. I think they could have did better. Maybe they should have spent less of building a
Um,
fucking house around
hundred
an
thousand dollar house, yeah.
exactly, and put more money towards the special effects and makeup. Um,
Whoa, I just saw your Charlie doll move.
don't say that shit, dude.
Dude, he just moved.
But score was really creepy, really good score on it. Uh, about all I got to say about it. Just one of my childhood movies, back in the day.
What are you gonna give it?
I'm gonna give it a 4.
Okay.
I would go 4.5, but like you said, there was some stuff that they could have did without in there. I know they were trying to fill it up for TV time, but uh yeah, I'll give it a 4.
Okay. My turn
Your
here.
your turn.
Well, I watched the actual theatrical version because I always thought that's the version I'd seen and that I was missing out on a bunch of stuff. But no, actually, I watched the miniseries my whole life and never saw the movie. And honestly, I'm with Stephen King. I think the movie version is better. It moves a lot quicker. Like I said, they didn't cut out some of the shit that I would have personally cut out, but that's neither here nor there. I think it's better as a quicker moving movie than it was a slower moving miniseries. Um, And I guess they actually filmed some gorier scenes for it, which is cool as hell. Um, so I think if I'm gonna rate this thing, I'm gonna give the miniseries a 3.5, and I'm gonna give that movie version a 4.5. It's that
Okay.
much better in my opinion.
Okay.
I like it a lot better.
All
I
right.
really do. I think it's just a
It
better
really makes me
product.
want to watch it now.
I just think it's better. And I'm usually the opposite. I like the freaking 6 hour version of Justice League they put out. So usually I like longer, but in this case, I think the shorter moved better and it made a little bit less sense as far as following the storyline. But, in this case, you can watch both of them and put it all together. Once you've seen the miniseries, I think watching the movie is pretty sufficient.
Okay.
That's my opinion.
All righty.
Lots of praise to this whole product. They did a good job, especially for a made for TV miniseries. An excellent job. Can't knock it at all. Except for, like I said, I just didn't care for some of the sillier and soap opera moments, but I'm sure it was a big part of the novel.
Yep. Wonder if you can get the novel on audiobook now.
I'm sure you can.
I'd like to listen to it. I I remember
Uh,
kids in school reading it and saying how creepy it was.
Yeah.
And that just made me want to watch the series when the series came out. Just made me want to watch it even more,
Well,
and
as a
see it.
kid, I found the series to be sort of, like I said, I was bored with it because it takes forever for anything to happen. And I'm used to watching Friday the 13th movies and Jason and Michael, hacking somebody up within the first few minutes. So
Yeah.
it was sort of a culture shock watching the Salem's Lot miniseries as a kid for me. Because by then, the creepy factor probably wasn't as much as it would have been in the 70s or now. I think it's creepy now. But yeah, I've grown to love this thing.
I like it too. So, all right, you got anything else?
Nothing except the Rangers lost the damn Astros 2-0,
Oh
and
no.
Jack Leiter pitched 8 innings and they still lost because the fools couldn't score.
Oh no. Were they at home tonight or are they
They're
down
in
there?
Houston. And the playing in like 99% humidity down there.
All right. Well, I guess that's all we got for Salem's Lot. Next Sunday, we're going to be at Texas Frightmare Weekend. So if
Oh, joy,
anybody
joy.
listening is going to be there, look us up. We're going to be taking all kinds of
I'm just kidding.
videos and stuff like that. So
I
putting out a
know I
bunch of
come off
shorts
mean
and
on the
stuff.
show, but I think it goes back to my watching me in the 90s on cable access. I was a jerk back then too. So, yeah.
Uh, and coming up in July, we're going to be at Texas Hunters Convention again, and
Yay.
going to be giving away some more weekend passes for that too coming up. So
I just like that convention because it's smaller and easier to navigate, I think.
yeah,
Frightmare's just too big.
too many people.
Too many people. That's what throws me off of it.
That's why we decided we're only going to do one day this year. So because last year Carl wasn't happy when we went.
No, we stood out there for half the night on Friday, didn't we?
It took a while to get in there. After we got our, well, I'd went and got our wristbands earlier in the day, so we didn't have to wait for that. But I don't think I'll be able to do that this year. So we'll see.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Well, that's all we got for this week, and maybe we'll be back next week. Who
yeah,
knows the way
we're
this
gonna put out an episode next week, even though we're gonna be gone Sunday. So we've been gone too long for you guys. So a couple more people asked what happened this week. So
maybe you should put the episode out early then.
I don't know. It depends on how busy I am.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
All right, well, check us out on all the social medias. Uh and stay evil, everybody. Hold on here. What the fuck's going on?
What have you done, Brett?
I've done something.
We're still on the air, so stay evil, folks.
Stay evil, everybody. We love you.
Ben Mears has been away too long. And now at last, he's come home.
The men fought at Valley Forge.
Daddy, come back safe.
Home to the childhood memories, to the old familiar faces, to a life unmolested by time.
And with your saints, let him rejoice in your presence forever. We ask it through Christ our Lord, amen.
Home to Salem's Lot, a town too good to be true.
What was that?
Did you happen to notice the time when the boys left?
We shouldn't have gone through the woods.
It's a shortcut.
They should have been here half an hour ago.
Wait! Danny, wait!
Something is happening. Something terrible.
Henry! Where's Ralphie? Ralph.
Where's your brother?
First the kid disappears, then this. You're not leaving Salem's Lot, are you?
I'm not leaving. Don't you understand what's happening?
You?
Yes, I do. It's in the Marston house. Good evening. I dreamed. You slept there all night? Yeah. A little tired. Didn't sleep much last night. I was dreaming. Somebody out there.
Sweet dreams.
I let him in.
Oh, it's only all just happened
Since I came here.
It wasn't a dream.
Stop, holy man! You can do nothing against the master.
They're breeding on one another. The vampires are creating vampires.
The master wants you.
It's a geometric progression. 2 times 2 times 4 times 8. There's a dead man upstairs.
Bill! Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil.
Look at me. Ned Tibbetts' body has disappeared from the morgue.
Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Bill!
And Susan's in there.
Run! No! Look at him!
Stephen King, the best-selling author of Carrie and The Shining, takes you on a startling journey to Salem's Lot.